Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we are going to configure a slave-only instance. To remember, for the slave-only instances, basically, we are going to configure something called labels on your nodes. And that label is going to be available for only for your slave. And when you're deploying the replicas, you will be deploying it on the labeled items. So this is to make sure that you select the right items for you to deploy. So in this way, we can ignore the master instance and deploy only on the nodes. So as usual, I'm going to use the watch command on my slaves so that I can see when our containers are created here. And in terms of the Docker command, I need to update it with Docker. I have to copy paste it. So firstly, I have to create a service. Oh, wait, hold on. I can update it just like that. Okay, got it. So, sorry, I was just talking to myself, just planning. So firstly, let's run this Docker node ls command. Let's understand the number of nodes we have, the names of those nodes. So let me type this command first. So the Docker node update with -label -add is going to add a type of node to the existing node. So for example, I'm choosing the worker one. Don't choose manager one in any case because it fails the point of what we are doing. So here I'm going to update this worker as worker. I mean, not worker one, but the type as worker. Now I can give an app name over here also, app1_worker. So this app name is going to define that this worker instance is going to host containers, which will be working for this application. So this will isolate the network, and this network will be only using the traffic for this particular worker related stuff and nothing else. Now you can see that the type equal to app1_worker. Now the next thing we are going to do over here is that we are going to give the node ID over here. So you can give either the node ID or the node name. Again, I made a very terrible mistake of adding the manager node. You should never do that. You should only take the worker node. So now what it's going to do is like it's going to update this label type app1worker in this node. So execute the same command and on the worker 2. So the worker 2 is updated. Now, how do I verify this label has been updated on this one? You can use Docker node inspect, and then you can give the worker 2. Now, when you inspect this, go up to the top of the inspection. The command started over here. So you can see that spec label type app1worker. So which means that when I deploy the replicas, so here now I can specify what kind of a label type I want to mention. Now, as you know that this label type exists in these two, worker 1, worker 2. So my deployments of replica will only happen over here. It will not happen elsewhere. So this is one way of defining things. So now what I'm going to do is like Docker service create -name Apache _replica 1 -replicas 2 constraint. Here I'm giving node.labels.type equal to the app1_worker. That's the name I have given here, and -p 80:80 and HTTPD. So now what's going to happen is like it's going to create a service called Apache R1, and it's going to have 2 replicas over here. But the constraint is that it needs to be on the node labels type, which is app1worker. So in this node label type, it needs to be there. So I just want to check once if this name is correct. App1_worker. Yeah, looks perfect. So let me execute it, see what happens. All right, so now I have these two items created. Now it's the moment of the truth. So if I'm gonna make this particular, so it's gonna do Docker service ls, Docker service ps of this service name, Docker service scale, the name, and then I'm making it 4 right now. Let's see if these twos are created in here only. You can see that there are 4 containers running. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 containers running, and it's only running on the slave node. It is not running on the master node. You can also do the PS again, and you can see that it is worker 1, worker 2, worker 2, worker 1. So it will only use the worker 1, worker 2. Why? Because we have given a constraint over here where it will look for the type label app 1 underscore worker. So which means that whatever it does basically there. Though this container has been running so far, it's about a minute. So you have the application running perfectly fine. So let's just do Docker service, rm, the name of the service. So this is removed. So your Docker service, the container should also remove momentarily. There you go. That's all I have for you folks in this video. I'll see you in the next one.